Hey guys, welcome back to Purely Walking. Today we are doing the unthinkable. We are talking politics. Oh yes, we are. In the United States this Tuesday, the next president of the US will be selected by American voters. So I'm going to talk to you about the two candidates that we have, my thoughts on them, and of course, which one I think is a better for the Dominican Republic. So let's get into it. Guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. My channel has gone over beyond 8,000 subscribers. I'm super happy about that. And I'd like to have you join the team. So if you haven't already, go hit that red button right now. All right, guys, so you know that the President of the United States not only has repercussions on the United States, they also choose a lot of things that go on around the world. So it is a very important choice that all of you guys that are in the United States have to make. I urge you and encourage you to vote if you are a citizen of the US and if you are here in the DR as well. Contact the American Embassy so they can tell you all the instructions that you need to go out and vote. Now, of course, this election is pretty interesting because you have two way different candidates, and we're talking about none other than Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Is it Kamala or Kamala? I'm not really sure. Go in the comments and let me know. Now getting into the two candidates, guys. I don't think either of the candidates are quite ideal. I think there would have been better choices to make on the front of Democrats and also on the Republican side. You all know that Donald Trump has a bad fame for being crude or saying things that may rub people the wrong way. Of course, he has all this history with women, and he's just a very powerful businessman, and I don't doubt that he probably has some shady things that went down in his past. So I don't think he's the ideal candidate for the Republican Party for that. On the other hand, we have Kamala Harris for the Democratic Party. I don't think she's the ideal candidate either. Not because she's a woman, obviously, because I think there are plenty of women that can do the role. It's just the fact that I don't think that she comes off as genuine in her interviews when she answers questions. I mean, she's been asked specific questions like, what type of policies are you going to do differently than the Biden-Harris administration? She hasn't been able to answer. Also, they've asked her why she stepped back on the fracking thing. She was against fracking. Now she's for fracking, and she's kind of dwindled on a few policies. And of course, the debacle on illegal immigration that's been going on because of the current administration that she is vice president in. She hasn't been able to formally address the fact that her administration has actually opened the border and now it's getting out of control in many cities. And she hasn't had like the specific answers to what she thinks about that and what is going to happen going forward. And she's getting scripts and she's getting prepped in every occasion she can. So that's why I don't believe that she is quite the ideal candidate for the Democratic Party either. It is also my opinion that at the end of the day, Trump and Kamala are both politicians, and a lot of politicians are willing to do ruthless things to get what they want. So I don't really trust them 100% just on that regard, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, of course. Now, which candidate do I believe is better for the Dominican Republic? So let's talk facts. When we had the last Trump administration, we had a formal ambassador that was here in the Dominican Republic, and her name was Robin. I think she represented Americans in a very good way when she was here. She mingled with Dominicans, she tried the culture, she was very in tune with Dominicans. So I really appreciated that. But now with the Biden-Harris administration, we literally have not had a formal ambassador named. And that just seems to me like they are, I don't know, they're putting us to the side, or they are getting back at us for not liking the last ambassador that they had, which had a husband, like it was a gay homosexual person. And so Dominicans didn't really appreciate that. So we haven't had a formal ambassador here in plenty of years with this Democratic administration. So it seems to me that when a country has such important commercial ties with another country, they should name an ambassador in that country. And we haven't seen that from the Democratic Party, unfortunately. So that it doesn't make me angry, but it kind of unsettles me a bit. And it makes me think like, oh, so Dominican Republic is not that important to you guys? What's going on? At the end of the day, the best candidate for the Dominican Republic is the one that can guarantee, or at least has the higher probability of guaranteeing, that our Dominican citizens that live in the United States that are going to have a better and more economically stable situation. And why is that? Well, because when our Dominican citizens that live abroad flourish, the Dominican Republic flourishes. The first way is tourism, of course. A lot of Dominicans love to come here on their off days, on their vacation days. So if they're flourishing, if they have money to, spend on vacation, they're gonna come to the Dominican Republic to hang out, spend money here. So that's good for our economy. Also, that here in the Dominican Republic, we have a lot of investment opportunities. So there are a lot of Dominicans abroad that are buying real estate here and they're buying land here. So if they have more income and they are more economically stable, they are more probably going to buy and invest here in the DR. And third is the remittances. That is a huge chunk of the money that comes in from abroad is through remittances of Dominicans that live abroad to help out their family members that live here in worse conditions than they are living in. So if I were voting in this election, I would vote for the candidate that can have me in a better economic and financial position. And I know that a lot of you guys are not gonna like what I have to say, but I believe that this person is Donald Trump, and not because of Donald Trump himself, but because of the Republican policies regarding taxes. And Donald Trump has promised to lower taxes and give more tax breaks and things like that. And lower taxes means more money in people's pockets. And if Dominicans have more money in their pockets, they are going to spend it in vacations, in real estate, or in giving off remittances to Dominicans here in the DR, which will help our economy more. Now, of course, back in the day, I remember that Democrats always got the Latino vote because Democrats were always willing to help out with immigration, and they were always with open arms towards people that came from abroad. But as of late, I've seen the Democratic Party go from, getting the minority vote and getting the Latino vote. They're shifting their policies and their attention to things like identity politics. So even Latinos are kind of fed up with the hard left policies that the Democratic Party is going for. Even with the illegal immigration thing, a lot of people just feel overwhelmed and think that it's getting way out of hand. Even Latinos that are in the country and they say, wait a minute, I got here legally. I had to do my paperwork and spend all my years waiting for my papers to come in. And now these people are coming in, through the border, and that's it. They get to be here and they get, privileges and they get help and all of these things. So even Latinos are kind of fed up with that situation. So guys, those are my thoughts on the upcoming elections. Of course, feel free to go out in the comments and let me know your thoughts all about this. I am not voting. I am not a citizen of the United States, but all of you that are, let me know who you're voting for, why you're voting for them. And I wish a lot of luck to you guys and to the United States in general. So guys, be sure to let me know if you are voting in the United States, if you're a citizen of that country, who you'll be voting for and why. And if you're not a citizen of the US, let me know who you would like to win or who you think is going to win in these elections. So whether you're a Trump fan or a Kamala fan, I just wish a lot of luck to the United States of America. May democracy win on Tuesday. And this is me signing out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.